My name is Sascha Peters. I'm managing owner of the future agency HAUTE Innovation in Berlin. And we are doing a show at interzum in Cologne this year about biocircular materials. Biocircular materials because the companies always focus on the technological circle. And so it's about repair, refurbish, recycle, but then they don't change the material they use. And we say the future is in the biological circle, where you use natural resources in a way that you can use them in a technological way, advanced materials, and keep them natural to bring them back into the biological circle. So that's the way we think about the whole future of materials, especially when it comes to furniture, interior, also interior of mobile homes or caravanning. I show you one example. That is a material coming from Sweden. It's called paper shell. In Sweden and in Finland, they started to do research on the way to use the cellulose from wood in another way than not only producing paper, but maybe produce textiles or plastics from cellulose. Wood cellulose or wood contains of cellulose, which is the structure component. Then there is a biopolymer inside called hemicellulose and lignin. When you work with just paper, you extract the lignin out of the cellulose fibers. So they start with a paper called kraft paper, which you normally use for bags in a supermarket. Then they bring, as I understood it right, hemicellulose back to the paper, and then they press it in a way to produce the seed shells. By the way, that's ARPA, furniture producer from Italy. So they have these seed shells now on the market from a famous chair they did in the past, that they designed in the past, normally made from plastics. And it looks like plastic, but it's 100% biomass, this. So how does this go back into the biological circle? They use a process called pyrolysis to transform the material back into coal. This is biochar. Biochar you could bring into the soil, and then the whole process start again. It's super interesting because this is so strong and stiff, like metal in a way. Huh? It's super strong, and it's just made from paper. One other example is this chair. It's the Weber hemp chair. They use hemp fibers. Hemp is growing super fast, creating biomass faster than wood. So it's a resource which is super interesting and available, especially in the Netherlands. They found a way to bind it with the only biocircular thermoset in the world coming from Plantix. That's a startup company. So they combine the fibers and the thermoset to create that seed shell, which could end in nature. No chemicals, no synthetics, biodegradable in nature. And then the next step is for plastics. Imagine you do a traffic sign from that material, hemp fibers with the biothermoset, and use it instead of aluminium. You reduce the CO2 emissions of that traffic sign. Could also be something in a caravan, by the way. You reduce the CO2 emissions by 98%, depends on how you calculate it. This is, of course, that's plastic, so you need to get rid of the sticker at the end. You throw it or you recycle it, but it's also biodegradable, so they can return into nature. Then the next step is, as I told you before, there are companies in the world now producing or transforming biomass back into chalk, biochar, to store the CO2 which is in the biomass instead of burning it. This is an additive for the plastics industry, but also for the wood oriented industry. The company is called Carbonauten. So they installed a technology to have that. It's black, so you can produce black items, but nice ones, and bring that into the seed shell to have a carbon negative seed production. So this is carbon negative because you store the C of the CO2 in the furniture. That could also be something for caravanning, of course, and mobile homes. You need furniture in the mobile home, so why not having these ones? So this is a textile made from and with banana leaves. So this is the leaves of the banana plant, where you cut down the banana fruits. Then normally some leaves are also throwing to the floor. The company is called A Question from Austria. They have a production on the Philippines, and they found out a way to turn the banana leaves into paper made of it, cut the paper into stripes, twist the stripes to a yarn, and weave the yarn, coat the fabrics with a beeswax coating to make it weather resistant. And finally they can produce, for example, a chair with it, a bag, a backpack. So they are a backpack producer. I want to be 100% biocircular. So this could return into nature without any problems. And we brought them together with a guy from south of Germany producing that camper for one person or two children, let's say. It's a bicycle camper. Weight is 80 kilograms, so you can just cycle around. Maybe it's better to have an e-bike, but of course you can also do it by yourself. And we brought these two companies together, so they are use the banana tex for the upholstery of the interior. And another material which we brought to them is this one. Some push the fingers into. That is wooden foam from a company in Germany. Wood foam, super lightweight, super stiff. I show the material here on display. It's the result of a Fraunhofer research project some years ago. Now there is a producer in the north of Germany, so that's 100% wood foam. You see the difference. It's not massive wood. It's just super light, super strong, super stiff, and we brought these two companies together. Also something for mobile homes.